Today we are looking at our second lesson for adaptations. So we're going to be looking at how adaptations, which are changes in an animal or a plant that helps them to survive in their environment, how they are dictated, so decided by what their environment is. So to start off with, we need to understand that there are four main different types of environments. We've got ocean, Arctic, jungle, and desert. Obviously, there are different other environments that animals survive in, but these are the four ones that we're going to be looking at this term. So first of all, we have an ocean environment. Obviously, it is underwater, so an animal must be able to swim or be able to breathe underwater or have ability to go up to the surface to breathe. There is coral, there's rocks, there's everything like that. So having a look at the picture, we can see this is a reef where lots and lots of different animals live. So if we have a look at two different animals here in the ocean environment, we have a shark, and some of their adaptations, they have sharp teeth that helps them to get their prey. They have a streamlined shape, so their shape is pretty much up and down, and it helps them to reduce water resistance. So it makes them go through the water quicker and faster. They have really strong fins that help them to change direction fast. And their physiological feature is that they have excellent hearing, so they can hear from really, really far away. Our other animal that we have is the octopus that we can look at. So the octopus has no bones. So it's able to manipulate itself to become smaller, to fit through different rocks and crevices and things like that. It also has lots of suckers on its legs, on its 8 legs, that help it stick to rocks. And it is able to camouflage. So some octopuses are able to change their colour, and that then helps them to blend into, say, rocks or the reef, which could help them to stay safe from predators. And it can also help them to get food because they're able to blend in with their environment and then come out and attack. So that's our ocean environment. We also then have the Arctic environment. So think about cold, freezing temperatures with ice and snow. And in their winter time, there is very few sunlight hours. So if we have a look at a couple of animals, we have the polar bear, and its adaptations are that it's behavioural. So it's a carnivore, meaning that it eats meat. So that's one of its behaviours. That it has learned along the way. Structural, it has white fur, so it blends in with a lot of the snow. It has large furry feet, and it has blubber, so it has a layer of fat that helps keep it warm. We have penguins, so there's lots of different types of penguins, but they generally have insulating feathers, meaning that they have feathers that keep them warm, so that they can dive into the freezing cold water to go get food and still remain warm. They have webbed feet, which helps them for swimming. And then we also have the seal. And the seal, like the polar bear, has blubber to keep it warm. It has ears that are able to close over while it's swimming, and it has large eyes so that it can see lots of its predators. So if we have a look at all of these Arctic animals, what do they have in common? They all have the ability to keep themselves warm in those cold environments. If they didn't have that ability, they would not survive. We also now have the jungle environment. So think of lots of trees. There's lots, often that it's quite wet. There's lots and lots of animals, there's lots of ground cover and everything like that. So if we have a look, we've got the squirrel monkey, and it has strong back legs that help it to grip onto trees, and it has really long fingers that help it to grip onto branches, as well as a long tail which can wrap around a lot of the tree branches and everything, which helps it for climbing, and it helps it to move quicker in those trees environments. We also then have the Black Panther. No, not the movie. It is the actual Black Panther. So structural, it has black fur, meaning that it can blend in with a lot of its environment. Even though the environment is often green, because of all the trees, there's lots of shade. So a Black Panther is really hard to find because it has that black fur that can blend in. Behavioural, it has developed the ability to climb trees really, really quickly and really, really fast. So being able to get up a tree away from predators or to go catch its prey is a really strong adaptation that it has developed. And physiological, it actually has a short intestinal tract, meaning that inside all its guts and its stomach, it's actually shorter than a lot of other big cats, meaning that it doesn't need to eat as much to be full, so that it's able to go up trees and everything a lot easier when it has eaten its food. We also then have the desert environment. So think it's very dry, has little rain, there is lots and lots of sunshine during the day, very little shade. As much as it can get really hot at night, it can actually get really hot during the day. It can actually get really cold at night. So if we have a look at our first one, we've got the fennec fox. And behavioural, so it's actually a nocturnal animal, meaning it sleeps during the day and it is awake during the night, meaning that it's asleep during the hottest point of the day. So it's conserving a lot of its energy that would be used to keep itself cool. Structural, it has really big ears, as you can see, to hear better across the sand. And also its ears are designed to help it release heat from its body. As you can see, the colour of it blends in quite well with the sand. We have the camel. So the camel has a structural adaptation where it has a hump to store its water. So if we have a look around here, we can see that there is a hump there. It can actually close its nostrils, so it can close its nose, especially during a sandstorm, so it doesn't get all the sand up its nose. It has really big flat feet to help it walk along the sand. And its long legs keep its actual body from being really close to that hot sand. And then we have another one. We've got a plant adaptation this time. And our plant adaptation is for the cactus. And the cactus has thick, waxy skin that helps prevent water from leaving the plant. It has sharp spikes to stop predators coming to it and eating from it. And it collects moisture from the air and then takes it down to its roots. So it's developed a way to stay hydrated and to stay protected in that really harsh desert environment. So today your task is going to be, you are going to create your own animal. So we have looked at 4 environments today. You need to choose one, and you need to create an animal that does not exist, and you need to create one that would survive in that environment that you've chosen. So you're going to draw the animal in your science book, and you're going to label the parts of the animal that you have created that are designed for that environment. So you're choosing an Arctic animal and you're making it have a layer of blubber so it stays warm. You need to do a label to show me that's what it is. So label the adaptations that you've created and decide whether they would be behavioural, structural or physiological. And once you have finished that, you then need to upload your creation to Google Classroom to the task where it says create an animal. And that's your task for today. Now make sure that when we are doing it, that we are adding colour, we are adding detail, and we are taking our time, okay? We are not going to be rushing this. I do not want half of your effort. I want full effort, okay? Thank you.